Hey everyone, welcome back to another Eofauna review. Today we're taking a look at their very highly anticipated Tyrannosaurus Rex. Eofauna, that is a word not spoken on this channel for a very long time. I think the last figure they came out with was a Diplodocus, and that was roughly about 2 years ago. This T-Rex has been in development for a very long time, and the best part about this is based off the world famous Sue the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and I have a very soft spot for Sue. I actually saw her in person last year at the Field Museum in Chicago when I went in August, and it was like one of my top highlights ever going to a museum. It was just absolutely wonderful to see the new exhibit that they have for Sue. So yeah, this T-Rex, among the dinosaur toy collectors, has been kind of a controversial piece ever since Eofauna started showing this thing off. Some people think this thing is fantastic. Some think it's awful. I personally really like this thing. I think they did a good job on it, but we'll get onto that a little bit later on in the review. So I ended up getting mine from AliExpress. It was like 33 bucks on Ali with like $12 shipping, so it came to around $46 to get this thing shipped from all the different websites. This thing looks like it roughly costs you around $50 to get this shipped to you, so I'll leave a link down below in the description if you want to pick up this awesome looking figure for yourself. So really not much to go on about the packaging. Sue comes on her display stand. We do have a little info sheet right here. Sue 135 scale, some facts about Sue. And you do have this like collector's card with stats on it that most of the Eofauna figures have come with. I really have no clue how to play this game. Seems very Magic-like. And yes, I am big Magic the Gathering fan. So anyways, let's throw Sue up on the turntable and take a closer look. And here is Sue up on the turntable, and I have to say, having this figure in hand, it's a really nice looking model. It's one thing you can expect from Eofauna. They do a fantastic job with a very well researched model. Ever since they came onto the scene a few years ago with their Giganotosaurus, Atlasaurus, and Diplodocus, and some of their prehistoric mammals, they do a really good job with their figures. They don't release a lot of figures. They're more into doing publication with their books. And side note, their books are absolutely fantastic. Reads lots of facts in them. But yeah, this T-Rex, like I said, among the dinosaur toy collecting community, let me just pull this camera back just a little bit. It's been kind of a controversial figure. Some people love it, some people do not. They think it looks cheap. For 33 bucks versus something you can spend 60 to 70 bucks from P&S. So this is a very well done T-Rex figure. Yes, the jaw articulation is very different than anything we've ever seen on any figure, but it actually works on here. The color scheme is nice and naturalistic. I like how they went for like a crocodile monitor color scheme with the blacks and yellows, very natural looking. And of course, just the way the teeth are set in on this figure, they're embedded in gum tissue, very similar to a monitor lizard. So I think a crocodile monitor color choice was very appropriate for how this model is detailed. But yeah, I really like this thing, and it comes with a display base, so you have to worry about it toppling over like a PNSO figure. So yeah, all around, a fantastic looking figure. Just encompasses the bulk and majesty of the queen herself, Sue. Man, time for some measurements. This figure is from the tip of the snout to the tip of the tail, 13 inches long, or 42.6 centimeters, and about 4 inches tall to the top of the hip, or 13.1 centimeters. So Sue in real life was a very big T-Rex, around 40.5 feet long, or 12.5 meters. So with those measurements, I put this figure in the 137 scale. Usually Eofauna is on point with this scale. Like you usually hitting whatever they advertise, you'll be at 135 or 140 scale. So this one's just a slightly bit off, but that is expected from most companies, but a rare miss from Eofauna. But I still think this thing looks absolutely great for its scale. And let's just take a quick look at the included base. The base is very well done. It's pretty simple. It just looks like a very dry, forest floor. Just lots of browns and dark dry washes over it. You have 2 pegs for the feet to plug in. Both of them do have a metal insert to stop that peg from warping. It's quite a tight fit when the hind leg plugs into this back peg right here, but once you get it situated, you have to worry about your T-Rex figure falling over. Bases with pegs, it's a much better solution than the little acrylic stands that P&S gives their figures. They're really not that secure. The figure just kind of rests on them and then just warp over time and lean on it. But something like this is going to keep your figure nice and sturdy on the shelf. Here's the bottom right here. You got the Eofauna logo down here. So yeah, very nicely done front base, and let's just plop Sue up on the base, and she fits nicely on this base. Nice, secure on here. Really love the inclusion of bases that are removable. They are definitely, a favorite in my eyes. And now let's zoom in and take a look at some of the finer details on Sue. All around, the head sculpt is absolutely fantastic. You will notice, the jaw articulation on this figure is very different than other ones. It's just kind of, the gum tissue just slides in, and it does close pretty well, but you do get a slight overbite with this type of articulation. I know that is bothering some people. It's really not that big of a deal to me. I think it's just, it's a unique look at articulation choice. I think it looks very, very nice from the side with it closed and then opening the mouth. Looking inside, you can see all this hyperpigmentation speckled throughout the jaw, which is a very, very cool looking look. Most of the time it's just, usually a light pink or a dark pink coloration. So this variation inside the mouth is nicely done. You can see the nasal passage is sculpted out there. The teeth are not sticking out too much. They are pretty much embedded in the gum, like I said earlier. Based off the monitor lizard, very, very cool looking. From the front, you do get that beautiful looking T-Rex binocular vision. Sue's eyes are done orange with a black pupil. The pupils are really not facing forward. One of them's pointing down and one's pointing straight, giving her kind of a cockeyed look. But, these figures are pretty much hand painted, so, variation like that is pretty much expected. Here's a view from the top. I do love how the head is done primarily in black. It gives it a very, very menacing look. And then on the other side, you get some nice bright yellows with a nice wash of black underneath there. You can see on the bottom right here how that jaw articulation works going down to the neck. You have a very thick and robust neck. You have all this yellow and black markings. Like I said, very reminiscent of the modern day crocodile monitor going down to the arms. Arms are nice and proportioned. T-Rex had very, very puny arms. They are decked out in black. The hand claws are done in the black, same color black as the arms. Going down to the body, nice proportionate scale details. This is a very well textured figure. I know their first release, their Giganotosaurus, was very flat with the texture, and they've definitely come a long way with this figure. Going down to the hind legs, very powerful looking legs to propel this massive animal forward. All done in black, and you get about the thigh region, more of that black and yellow. On the other side right here, let's do a dinosaur butthole check. There is a nice cloaca slit right there. Very, very thick tail base, and here's a view from the top. You have that nice wide barrel chest that T-Rex was known for, and then going down to the tail. Tail is sweeping to the side slightly, and then the left foot is in a nice, upward walking pose. So yeah, all around, I do really, really like this T-Rex. I think they did a good job, and right now, this is my de facto 135 scale Rex in my collection. They want one for a very long time. I did pass on Cameron, that's also based off Sue, but it had the lipless look, and I just kind of tired of that. I like my theropods to have the lip look. So yeah, right now this is my definitive 135 scale Tyrannosaurus Rex. Moving on with comparisons, here it is with Collecte's 140 scale human. And let's do a couple of Eofauna figures. Here it is with their Giganotosaurus, and you can see those two scale absolutely beautifully with each other. And next up, here it is with their awesome looking Diplodocus. I think that Diplodocus was 140 or 145 scale. I know it's been a while since I reviewed that figure. And next up, here it is with their Triceratops, and I think these two look just absolutely fantastic next to each other. And what else do we have over here for Triceratops figures? Because might as well just get these over with. Here it is with Pianessos, which is based off the American Museum of Natural History specimen. And next up, here it is with Edmontosaurus annecans. This is Pianesso's take on it, and just shows you what a bulky, burly animal Edmontosaurus was. Definitely a T-Rex. I'd be very careful taking down a hadrosaur like this. And here is, I just knocked something over. Here it is with Holland Goods Edmontosaurus. I just got these figures in yesterday. I'll be reviewing these after this T-Rex review. And next up, here it is with Holland Goods 135 scale massive Alamosaurus. And let's just take a moment to appreciate Holland Good for actually cranking out 135 sauropods when no other company wants to attempt that. And next up, let's do some other Tyrannosaur species. Here it is with PNSO's Tarbosaurus, and here it is with PNSO's Lurternax. And what else do we have here? A whole bunch of figures on my lap. Here it is with Holland Goods. Daspletosaurus. Holland Good needs to go a long way with their theropods to match other companies. And here it is with PNSO's Zuching Tyrannus. And let's finish this off with some Rex figures from other companies. Here it is with PNSO's original Wilson 2.0. Wilson is based off the American Museum of Natural History specimen, so it's pretty cool to display Sue and the other most famous T-Rex skeleton, American Museum of Natural History's specimen, alongside each other. And what else do we have over here? Here it is with Safari's amazing looking feathered T-Rex. Mine is a little bit warped. It does not stand well anymore on two legs. And what else do we have for Rex over here? Here it is with Rebor's. You know, they claim it's 135 scale, but this is closer to 125 scale. This one's based off, I think, Blue Rhino's version of Stan. You can see how nice those two look together. And one more. Here it is with Beast of the Mesozoics, 135 scale Rex. Up until I got Eofauna's, this one was my de facto 135 scale in my collection, but Eofauna's is going to replace that now. I really, really like this figure. I don't know why people are having problems with it. For the price, you really can't beat it. So final thoughts on Eofauna's T-Rex Sue. It's a really good figure. Eofauna always does well-researched figures, and this is, you know, probably the closest thing you get to a real-life Sue figure. I know, you know, like I said, PNSO did that Cameron, but, you know, that had the lipless look. This one right now for me is my, you know, definitive 135 scale Rex. I think it's beautifully sculpted. Yeah, the jaw articulation is a little bit weird, and yes, it does suffer from a slight overbite, but it's really not that big of a deal. I do like the, you know, very simple yellow and black color scheme. I think it just gives it a very natural look. And the figure looks just great on your shelf. It's a big, bulky, heavy T-Rex, and it's based off the most famous T-Rex of all time, Sue. So yeah, this thing scores really high in my book, and, you know, for that, you know, 33 to 50 bucks that you're going to pay for this thing, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely a better value than what PNSO was putting out, even though the figures are a little bit more refined with the jaw articulation. It's only a matter of time before they give us a lipped T-Rex, but right now Eofauna's is the go-to lipped T-Rex out there, you know, as far as mass-produced figures go. So that will do it for the review. Like I said earlier, if you want to order this figure, the link is down below in the description to AliExpress if you want to get one of these for yourself. I got to do the Holland Good Edmontosaurus, and do I have anything else coming in? No, I just have a bunch of Transformers, and we do not review those on the channel. So that's it for now until some new, you know, Jurassic World stuff comes out. And I think Holland just announced Eoplacephalus, which I'm really, really looking forward to. So stay tuned for all those reviews. And as always, if you're enjoying the content on this channel, show your support by hitting that subscription button just below the video. Each subscription helps out the channel tremendously, and it's greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys for the next one.